Hello, everyone. I'm Paul Caluag, your Chief Network Development Officer. Hi, Joey, Minette, Eric. I'll be asking you a few questions. Let's start. First question is for the three of you. What are your alternatives if you did not start the Santé business?
Just in case we didn't plan to start the Santé business, obviously I'll still be in the business of direct selling or multi-level marketing. I still would rather build a network for a company that is reputable, because from day one, my objective is simply to build up a local and international network. That has been my passion from the day that I've learned the beauty of direct selling or multi-level marketing.
I would probably still be in the industry. There's nothing more fulfilling than being in this kind of an industry. It's a place where you are the one who determines how much you're really worth, your time. It's not about really money, but it's about the satisfaction of seeing people achieve their dreams. I would still be in this industry. It's an industry that I love.
I will be into another business. Any business or businesses that will add value to people and help our economy will do. Because I know that profit is just a byproduct when you're doing your business right.
This one is for Eric. Name one biggest roadblock Santé has faced before.
As far as I am concerned, there is no single roadblock that I know of. The way I see things may be different from the majority. Because we in Santé, particularly the board of directors, are always looking for opportunity to innovate and always ready to deal whatever challenges that we might encounter.
Next is for Joey. Can you share the story on how the partnership started, knowing that there were 13 partners and now there are 4?
Well, we started 20 years ago from 15 partners in 2001 down to only 3 partners in 2007. So we're a product of 4 to 5 failing companies, okay? From 15 partners down to 3 partners. And that's when we started Santé International, okay? With, of course, Eric Maranan, and Minette Carag as the only remaining partners from the 15. And who would know that in Santé International, this is where we'll realize our dreams, our vision of not only building an organization in one country, but of course, all over the globe. So we were able to capitalize on the learnings that we've gotten from the series of failures that we've encountered for the past 7 years of running our own company.
Joey, can you also share with us the fax machine story?
Well, that's for me, that's a memorable story. In fact, siguro before I tell you the story, I'll show you the fax machine, okay? Yan. Okay, an old fax machine. So the story behind the fax machine, this happened maybe 24, 25 years ago. Of course, after graduation in college, my objective is to find a job. Of course, I came across the idea of setting up my own business because I know during my time in college that some of my classmates there are big businessmen. But on my end, I don't have any knowledge because I don't have parents who are business people. So in my heart and in my mind that I'll set up my own company someday, okay? I came across a book about importation and exportation. And of course, the decision is, okay, I'll be having an international business. And what's the first thing that I have to do? Okay, the first thing that I have to do is buy a fax machine. Because during that time, when you talk about fax machine, okay, if the millennials still understood or knows what a fax machine is, okay, during those times, when you talk about a fax machine, it's tantamount of having a tool for you to have a business that can communicate not only locally but globally. So that's my first project during that time. I'll buy a fax machine because this fax machine will signify me starting my own business. So this fax machine is a reminder for me during my early years to set up my own business. Okay, and it's just that a few weeks ago I came across again of this fax machine, and it just reminded me of the belief that I established 25 years ago. How I started with the business idea by buying a fax machine.
This one is for Minette and Joey. The question is from Mercy Baldelovar. What are your insights on how we will be able to sustain the growth and stability of our business amidst adversity?
Okay. The pandemic, COVID, is something that nobody has foreseen. I'm a person of faith, so I will probably answer that question this way. Even before the pandemic hit, the infrastructure and the foundation of the company had been set. Shall I say that it has a deep and stable foundation? The fundamentals of the business are there. One of the things that we agreed on was that from end to end of production of our finished goods, that we would control all the aspects or all the steps of production. Everything in the process had been well researched and the foundation was well laid. So I would say that at present we are doing well with the fundamentals and we are stable and we can meet the challenge of the present adversity. Siguro yung growth ng company, gusto ko lang magbigay ng honor kay God. Kasi yung guidance niya nandun. Hindi ko pwedeng sabihin na ginawa namin lahat ito na sobrang galing ng board. We were just at the right place, at the right time, with the right product, and with the right people. Everything converged together to bring us to where we are now.
In Santé, we've already proven that crisis or no crisis, we will not only survive, but we will thrive, okay? Number one, we need to have a growth mindset, okay? We need to have an attitude of growth, of leveling up, of always striving to reach the next level, okay? And one thing that we have to continuously do is the attitude of continuous innovation. So we're always looking forward for a better way of doing what we're doing. And for me, especially during these times, is innovation, okay? Improving on our IT infrastructure, improving on our supply chain for us to continuously try to be a better version of who we are. We need to always bet on big ideas. And that's who Santé is. One of our core values is we have the courage to try new things, and part of that is betting on big ideas. And in Santé, of course, this is my assurance not only, of course, to our employees, but of course to our stakeholders, our distributors, even our suppliers. Our battle cry always is we will bet on big ideas. We will have courage to try new things. Nothing is impossible in Santé.
We have a question from Gabi Calia. Let's ask Eric. What is the worst thing you ever did in maybe your business, career, family, or money, among others, that turned out to be a great lesson that helped you grow?
I have to admit I committed many mistakes in my life, probably more than you can ever imagine. But all of those mistakes taught me numerous lessons in life. And because of those mistakes, I believe in my heart that I became a better person. That's the reason I don't tag them as bad things. In fact, it's part of life. So my answer to this question is none.
Now a question for all of you. If you were to write a book, what will be your title and why?
It has always been a dream of mine to write a book. In fact, I just finished writing a book. And I'm presently looking for a publisher. Pero yung book na yun is really my personal journey. Meron akong gusto pa ring isulat. Never in my wildest imaginations did I think that I would ever become a businesswoman. Kasi I lived a very simple life. I was just a housewife with 3 kids. I was raising up my kids. I felt a shift na I wanted more of a challenge. Actually, may working title na ako Unlocking the Secrets of Money. And it would probably be based on the journey that I've been on. Kung meron akong madidistill na mga principles of business that I've learned over more than 20 years of doing business, that's what I'd like to write about.
The title will be Gratitude. This book would have many chapters because there's so much in my life, as in many things that I am thankful for. But the most fundamental one is that I am deeply grateful to God that I was given the gift of life.
Actually, that's one of my plans. Okay, that's one of my plans. That's one of my bucket list. Maybe one of my favorite sayings in the business. Okay, pay now, play later. Okay, how to do things now. Okay, how to do whatever it takes in order for us to achieve something bigger and better in the coming years. So that might be the perfect first title of the first book that I'll be writing. Okay, pay now, play later.
Let's move on to the next question for Eric and Minette. What do you think is a common trait in your partnership?
Our common traits between me, Joey, and Minette is trust, respect, and a common belief that we are responsible to help people live better lives.
Kaming tatlo, kay Joey, kay Eric, at saka sa akin, trust. yung trust, yung tiwala sa isa't isa. Kumbaga, we've got each other's back, ganon. And then, of course, yung tenacity. We are going to work together no matter what. We are going to make it work no matter what happens. Na gagawin natin to. Yun. Yun siguro yung commonality naming tatlo. Yung walang susuko, ganon.
Again, for the three of you, Joey, Minette, and Eric, can you share your favorite quote or saying, and why is it your favorite?
My favorite quote, "This too shall pass." I know that I am just a traveler in this journey that we call life. And with this, God gave me the opportunity to make this journey enjoyable and be a blessing to other travelers just like me. And I know someday, this journey will be finished and I want to leave this place a better one.
Siguro i-share ko yung philosophy ko sa buhay. Ang favorite quote ko would be a quote from the Bible, Matthew 6:33. "Seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." Don't take advantage of people, treat people like you would want to be treated, you be honest in your dealings. Yung the way that you want to be treated is the way that you treat others. Sabi nga ni Zig Ziglar, money is not important. Sabi niya, it just ranks up there with oxygen. If you have a problem and you don't have money, that's a big problem. But if you have a problem and you have money, then at least part of the problem is solved. So this industry allows you to have the opportunity to earn the money that you need so that it's not always a problem.
I have this saying for the past 20 years already. This is my favorite. Whenever I'm happy and excited, I am effective. Okay, and I always share this to people because I believe if you're inspired, if you're motivated, if you're happy, if you're forward-looking, you can do whatever you wanted to do. But number two is a saying coming from Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. And the only way that I can bring, of course, the company, Santé, to the next level, if I can also bring myself to the next level. All right? So the level of growth of my organization, of our organization, the level of growth of our business owners will be dependent on the level of growth of the leaders. And me, as one of the leaders of the team, needs to grow also for the organization to grow.
We're down to the last question. Is there any secret or not so known fact about you guys that you want to share?
Do you want to know about skeletons in my closet? Ganun ba yun? Mahilig ako sa rock music. Sikreto ba yun? Sikreto yun. Okay, I like music. I like all kinds of music. Pero I grew up on rock when I was growing up. I was a former hippie. Ang tawag sa akin ng husband ko, hipping hilaw.
I want to be alone sometimes and meditate.
Many people knows that I love triathlon. Of course, talking about triathlon, I'm always being introduced as the Ironman CEO. Okay, because maybe I'm an Ironman finisher. But little did they know that my passion for being an Ironman is more than Ironman as a triathlon. Because one thing, I love the Marvel characters, specifically the Avengers characters. And obviously, my favorite there, my favorite character is Iron Man, okay, Tony Stark. As you can see at my back, of course, I have a collection of Marvel superheroes. Any Iron Man, okay, mask or character, diba, sa Iron Man, I purchase it. Why Iron Man? Number one, as mentioned a while ago during the sum of the first question, is I love innovation. Whenever I look at Tony Stark, especially on the first movie, could you imagine? He was inside a cave, and that's when he invented the Iron Man Mark I, the very first Iron Man, given just the available resources inside the cave. So one thing that I love about Tony Stark is his ability to create something from nothing. Yes, I'm an Iron Man CEO simply because I have that heart, okay, to be like Tony Stark, okay, to be a person who will continuously think of big ideas, who will continuously innovate, and always bring the company to the next level.
That concludes our interview with Joey, Eric, and Minette. So, Santé partners, this has been gratifying experience indeed. This is Paul Caluag, your Chief Network Development Officer.
I'm Eric Maranan, your Chief Finance Officer.
And this is Minette Carag, your Chief Product Officer.
I'm Joey Marcelo, your CEO.
Let's
live more and do more with
Santé.
Santé.
Thank you very much.